Cade Cunningham is quietly having the best season of his career so far, with the Pistons already winning the same amount of games they did last year, riding a nice 3-game win streak versus the Suns, Lakers, and Kings, all on the road. Of course, his job's gotten easier with the addition of veterans we'll talk about later, along with an exciting start to Jaden Ivey's 3rd season, and their motivated new head coach JB Bickerstaff instilling a competitive mentality on this team to top it off. Cade is in his 4th season and just played his 164th game, making it only a full 2-season sample of games played. And at 23 years old, at the driver's seat of one of the worst situations to start a career, the things he's been able to show us should make Pistons fans optimistic about his potential to actually become a superstar. Let's talk about his poise at such a young age. Cade has an incredibly calm demeanor, with great body control in crowded situations, and that doesn't change under duress. Here's Cade coming off the double drag. The Pacers immediately switch it to block his path, so he stops in his tracks to make the next read. He takes one dribble left before getting into his spin move, going right into the help. Mathurin is right there in time to contest it, but Cade double clutches and finishes with finesse. He's not a very speedy guard like a De'Aaron Fox. He's also not as flashy as a Kyrie Irving, doesn't jump out the gym like an Anthony Edwards, but he gets where he wants through his creativity and growing basketball IQ. He often looks like he's going through workout drills with the way he carves into defense. Here he is at essentially the same jogging speed from start to finish. Using that Hardaway screen to get the switch advantage over Darius Garland, he protects the ball immediately before spinning the other way into the paint. He meets Jarrett Allen, and there's that height and wingspan doing the rest. Cade doesn't really rush things, always patient in pick and rolls, constantly looking for the right angle to get what he wants, like this play with Isaiah Stewart. The first screen on LeVert wasn't effective, so he just resets for a rescreen, then uses it again and successfully bumps him into Stewart. He snakes into open space, and it's a nice mid-range pull-up over Jarrett Allen. Here he is using Stewart's screen on Darius Garland, watching Jarrett Allen in that drop coverage as he probes long enough for Allen to complete the job and go back to Stewart, and Cade just turns around to shoot over the chair for 2. Cade is currently the 3rd highest scorer in points as the pick-and-roll ball handler at 10.3 points per game, sitting behind LaMelo Ball and Damian Lillard. Here's some more displays of his poise. He's got Xavier Tillman on him. He slowly gets to the weaker side of the floor, starting his attack with a crossover, picking up his dribble to avoid the Derek White swipe, but he stays on his feet as he decelerates for the fake. Tillman jumps out of the picture, and it's a chill turnaround hook shot for Cade. He's got Tyler Hero on him here, and he can see Bam Adebayo at the elbow, so he makes the quick decision to change speed into his spin move, getting as low as he can to then bump Hero off for the reverse finish away from Miami's rim protector. This is incredibly smooth stuff. And Cade's ability to stay cool also shows itself in transition. Nice little in and out move that beats Hero and draws Bam away from Jalen Duren and makes the right read without wasting time to finish it off. Here he is again in transition, getting into that spin move, but staying on his feet as he bumps Highsmith away, then goes right back up with the reverse layup, using the rim for protection and just barely beating Bam to the punch. Cade's main weakness has been his shooting, and he's been better this year so far, sitting at a career-high 37.3% from 3, not a number that wows you, but definitely a percentage that makes him a threat to leave open. And at the slower speed he plays with relative to other elite guards, developing a consistent jump shot will naturally make guarding him much harder and maybe help improve his efficiency at the rim if he can get an extra defender farther away from him with shot fakes. He hasn't been an elite finisher at the rim for his size, but he's looked better this season, seeming to be absorbing contact better, and his footwork looks improved. A lot of his buckets getting downhill come off of nice deceleration, as you can see from some of these clips. Let's talk about his passing ability. Cade's averaging a career-high 9.7 assists, which puts him second behind only Trae Young. Of course, his height has always helped him see the floor really well, not to mention his great feel for the game, topped off with his natural touch. This jump in assists can be attributed to his evolved thought process, but sometimes it's as simple as looking at the new help around him. He just has better teammates right now. And though the front office hasn't exactly constructed an offensive juggernaut, they have provided Cade with some much needed spacers and shot creators that can make things run a whole lot easier. In that last game versus the Sacramento Kings, where Cade logged 33 points and 11 assists, the game looked over, down 10 with less than 3 minutes to go, but it was Malik Beasley on an absolute heater in the clutch, making 3 huge threes before Ivy closes it out with that game-winning 4-point play that left the Kings in shambles. Way to fall asleep, De'Aaron Fox. Another great example of pressure-releasing teammates was against the Atlanta Hawks, where the current steals leader Dyson Daniels takes the Cade Cunningham assignment. Here's Dyson Daniels in full ball denial on Cade. Hardaway Jr. makes the quick entry pass to Tobias Harris, and he takes care of the rest. On this next one, Cade screens for Harris, the Hawks switch it right away, and Tobias just goes to work one-on-one. And to Cade's credit, he logged 22 points, 13 assists, 11 rebounds, along with 7 turnovers, but he got 22 from Tobias, another 22 from Malik Beasley, and 18 from Jaden Ivey in a 1-point win. So yeah, he's got more help this year, and he's showing what he can do when he has it. Turning the ball over has been a problem for Cade throughout his career so far, and despite people thinking it's a major concern, he's never had a great situation around him while also being a high-usage player by natural selection. Turnovers and high usage tend to go hand in hand. Just ask James Harden, Trae Young, and LaMelo Ball for some recent examples. Cade can be a little too relaxed looking with his handle at times, which definitely contributes to that problem, with more pesky defenders being able to get in his airspace, and like all the other great playmakers, sometimes makes risky passes with low chances of making it to the target. But Cade's also not a bad defender. In fact, he's actually average, in the sense that teams don't opt to go at him deliberately, and he shows his flashes thanks to his physical tools as it is. But having said that, he could definitely be an above average defender if he wanted to, currently sitting just under a steal and a block per game. I think Cade Cunningham not only has the physical tools, but the intangibles to become a superstar in the NBA, and only time will tell if he manages to achieve that status. Thanks for watching this video. This is the All Things Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Vic Lopez, as always, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.